Hi everyone, we are on our way to the Richard Quinn studio here in London. We are having my toile fitting for the dress that I'm having made to wear during Haute Couture Fashion Week, and I'm really excited. Come and join me. Hi! Nice to see you, Frittelli. Thank you so much for having us.
Nice to see you. How are you?
I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, should we get started?
Yeah, let's get started. Amazing. Okay. Today we are trying on the toile for my dress for Couture Week. Here we have the runway sample. Richard, do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, of course. This is the original runway sample from the show that's just happened. So you'll be the first to get this dress. So
Amazing.
It's inspired by 50s and 60s couture.
Yes.
And then we have this kind of dramatic sculpted bodice underneath that has this peekaboo through here. Amazing. With the 3D handmade bow and then all the hand beading. And then a double Duchess Terrani satin.
Beautiful. It's very kind of Dior look.
So the original was obviously this kind of Duchess ivory, but I think this kind of blue, we had this icy on, but I think your skin tone and your eyes will really pop with this, especially with your hair. I think this has that kind of regal tone as well.
Yes, more sky blue.
More sky blue for sure. And then the contrast of like the black really ties it all together, makes it very chic.
Yeah, and with the beautiful embroidery.
Yeah, so I think that would be that combination.
I think so too.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you. Amazing. Well, should we go and try on the toile?
Yeah, let's get started.
Perfect.
Is there a way that we could add a little bit more boning in here so there's more structure in here and less reliance on the underskirt?
It'll bring it right up, it'll be solid.
Yeah.
And then I think we want to bring it up another maybe inch or two. It should be just above the ankle. And I love the sleeve.
Yes.
I love a cap sleeve. There's something quite glamorous about a cap sleeve. Quite sort of old Hollywood. What made you want to get into design to begin with?
I've always been into drawing, painting, and like all arts. And then went to St Martin's, did the foundation where you try lots of different things.
Yes, I did my master's at London College of Fashion, but they're obviously affiliated.
Yeah, it's all one kind of body, Then just naturally went into printing and textiles and then women's wear.
But you didn't think you would end up in women's wear?
Not initially.
Okay.
Not when I was like 15 or 16.
No, well, I don't know if every 15-year-old boy is dreaming about designing women's wear, but we're very glad that you did.
Yeah, but I was always really interested in fashion in terms of like magazines and the images that fashion creates.
Yes.
And then
the storytelling.
Exactly, and then became really obsessed with designers like Galliano, the Queen.
My favourite, Galliano.
Yeah. And then at St Martin's, then it kind of like overtakes you and suddenly it's the most exciting thing to do.
Totally.
I think one of our first shows at Fashion Week, I think when you kind of see everything coming together, that's like we'd just set up all our studio with all the printers, teams. Yeah. And then obviously the second season we had the Queen at the show.
I was going to say, which is the one where the Queen came?
Yeah, so we had one show that we showed at Liberty first, where they kind of contacted us, like use their fabrics and their archive. And then our official show, first show, is where the Queen came. So yeah, I think that's probably like the biggest highlight so far.
Definitely. Yeah. What did your mom say when she heard the Queen came to your show? She was there, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I knew very close to the show she was going to be there. So I was kind of sworn to secrecy. And then Grace, my sister, who's over there, she worked with me from the very beginning. She's kind of the only person that knew
what was going on.
Exactly, because then we kind of had to do all the kind of back end stuff that you kind of have to wait for the press and all that kind of stuff. I do it as we're talking about like, oh, I think we should remove this.
Yeah, say that. Yeah, is that all right?
Yeah, cool. So I think from the initial tour, I think we like what we're doing here. It gives you a better line
A
on the
more
side.
streamlined.
I think so. It's
headline.
quite chic
Yes.
when we take a bit of the volume out.
It's a little more 50s as well. We're changing that from the original design, no?
Yeah, the original design was slightly higher, whereas I think
Right.
this is more flattering, I think.
Yes.
And especially with the hem length, I think. When it's not floor length, the line changes.
Totally.
I also think, Renata, we just mark where the cup hits the line coming here so we can affix it to the right place. You always love fashion.
Oh my God, since I was a little girl, I've been obsessed, but specifically with clothing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I love accessories and jewelry, but it just doesn't quite have the same
Kind of sensibility.
Yeah, and I just, there's nothing that excites me more than obviously watching a garment be created and actually seeing, you know, the real workmanship of it, but also just like a beautiful piece of fabric or the way it drapes on the body.
Yeah.
I just think you get something a little more, I mean, it's obviously more intimate than like an accessory, shall we say. For me, it's always just been clothes.
Yeah, should we do the hem at the front a bit shorter?
Yeah.
And then,
I think I want to be able to see the shoe that I'm wearing.
yeah.
I would just say, I'm gonna take the fabric just to be safe. Because if it's not perfect, it's gonna look
It's
weird.
gonna look off, you're right. I think it might be
might be
perfect.
perfect.
I think it might be.
God, I love when a couture purchase becomes a practical one.
There's something so like just kind of dainty and elegant about when you can see the shoe and it's an A-line skirt.
I agree.
I don't know.
Doesn't
There's
swallow
something.
you as much.
Yeah,
I
there's
think.
something quite magic about that. Richard, do you have a dream person to dress?
I'm not just saying this because you're here, but I prefer you. I prefer being in fittings with clients that
Really?
because I always feel like clients really appreciate
Yeah.
the craft, the fashion.
Yeah.
That's kind of why we make the collections for people who want to invest in these like
Yes.
timeless pieces and
Yeah.
add to their archive. See the back, we've pinned out some of the volume so it gives you like a more flattering line
Oh,
at the back
perfect.
here.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. It's very almost Cinderella.
The real like kind of luxury that we have here that we can actually
Yes.
make ideas happen super quick,
I
but to a
agree.
really great standard.
I know, I
So
love
every
that.
time we come in, they're doing something different by hand, and that's really cool.
So special.
There's something very special about wearing something that people have put their true heart and soul into.
Yeah,
Totally.
and it'll be a
Yeah.
complete one of a kind. No one will ever have this dress again.
Yay.
I think maybe we bring the waist in just a tiny bit more.
Yes, bring the waist in as much as possible.
For the CFDAs,
Oh my
I
God,
was like, you mustn't
that
be able
was,
to breathe. And she goes, tighter. And I went, I pulled it. Ow!
I threw my back out afterwards. Like the corset was so tight and I have scoliosis. The bottom of my back was killing me and I got back to the hotel and I was like, I could barely walk.
So I think we should pin the under corset to the outer just so we can pinpoint where this sits so everything is perfectly in place.
Who taught you to be a seamstress?
And that's all you're getting.
Yeah, that's all, yeah.
Yeah, I think perfect. I think it's completely sculpted there.
No, absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it's great on
I
the
know,
side
really,
and the
this one
front.
needs a
Yeah,
thank you.
perfect.
Thank you.
Right, okay, so let's make this work.
Well, undo me from the typos.
Just like that.
No, you want to lift me up?
Going up and down, setting the tasks and a bit more direction. Well, I can give that to you back again. That rather than being
There we go.
things like you go down, reset the task.
Mission accomplished. Go to you.
Thanks, babe. She's going to sew. They're gonna sew and adjust my dress live here on the table in Paris.
It takes a village.
It's a mobile atelier. I love. Do you know what's amazing? That Richard's team came here yesterday,
Oh my God,
finished
the
sewing
corsets.
it in the room. Like Richard's team were
They
here,
unpacked a sewing machine out of their
unpacked the
luggage.
sewing machine, and then finished making my dress at the Ritz. I think these.
I agree with you.
Yeah. It's so pretty.